What happens when parents tattoo their 1-year-old child to try and win a TikTok competition, but then the internet finds out? Well, today we're going to look into this shocking situation and I'll talk about what happened and what the fallout was and also the consequences. So in around mid-October 2025, a video was posted on social media of a couple based in Russia who were supposedly tattooing their screaming 1-year-old child.
Решили набить татуху нашему годовалому ребенку. Мы, прошу вас, давайте сделаем так, чтобы Mellstroy заметил это видео.
But what we can see in the video is that the parents are holding out the child's arm and supposedly forcing them to have this tattoo. And you can see that the child looks very upset and is screaming a lot, and it's quite horrible and unpleasant to watch. And if we pause, we can see that the tattoo at the end is shown to say Mellstroy.game. According to multiple news outlets, in the original video, the parents explained that they were taking part in a competition organized by a streamer called Mellstroy, who challenged his followers to post the most outrageous videos in order to win a competition. And the prize for the competition is a new apartment, which is worth around 60,000 US dollars. Apparently, in the video, the parents are heard saying, quote, "We've decided to take part in this competition. We didn't know how to surprise you, Mellstroy, so we've decided to get a tattoo for our 1-year-old child. We've been living in rented accommodation for 3 years now and can't afford to buy an apartment. We're up to our ears in debt. We'd love to win this competition." Before we get into the fallout that this video caused, I thought I'd explain a bit more who Mellstroy is, because that's apparently the streamer who organised this competition that the parents were taking part in. Mellstroy, whose real name is Andrei Burim, is a Belarusian streamer who's become very infamous in Russia as well as Eastern Europe. He's known for what's called trash streaming, which from what I can see is a subculture of live broadcasts that goes for shock value. So things like humiliation, dares, and often very inappropriate content. And the more extreme the video is, the more money the person will get for doing it. As an example of the type of content he does, he apparently paid people to blow up their cars, shave their head, or strip their clothes off on camera, as well as other more extreme things. Also, I found a video on YouTube by a YouTuber called NFKRZ. I'll link to the full video in the description, but they gave quite a good summary of what Mellstroy is about, so I'll just put in a quick clip.
Ну, блядь! Да твоя мать! Хуй сосать у меня будет, долбоёб! Сука!
Like, this guy is clearly not right in the head. First of all, he's always up, he's always either drunk or on drugs, and essentially what this guy does, the entire point of his streams is that he gets a lot of viewers, he gets a lot of donations, he creates these parties, and the entire point of the parties is that the people that are invited are basically humiliated to create content and entertainment for his stream. There's constantly fights on his live stream, there's like people being doused in urine. I didn't even want to get into it.
This type of trash streaming has run into frequent problems with the law, as they often involve people committing crimes such as assaulting other people. Mellstroy himself has also been in trouble with the law multiple times. For example, in October 2020, during one of his streams, he grabbed a woman by her hair and hit her twice against a table, and his YouTube account was removed shortly afterwards. He was then convicted of battery in 2021 and was sentenced to 6 months of correctional labor and was forced to pay a fine of 72,000 rubles, which is around 900 US dollars. And on top of that, in March 2025, Mellstroy's mother and brother were investigated by authorities for tax evasion/money laundering of apparently 500 million rubles. Mellstroy has also been permanently banned from streaming platforms like Twitch and Trovo because he was promoting online casinos and gambling. He also apparently lied to his viewers and didn't pay them the money he promised. So in general, this streamer Mellstroy is known for being very problematic and also promoting dangerous content. For example, as part of the competition that I mentioned earlier that the parents who tattooed their child were also entering, someone else as part of the competition tattooed the words Mellstroy Games on their forehead, and shockingly, a 17-year-old girl set herself on fire. Anyway, going back to the parents, after they uploaded this video of them supposedly tattooing their child, it immediately got a huge amount of backlash online, with people urging the authorities to get involved, saying that the parents should be prosecuted. A day after the video was uploaded, the parents seemed to speak out about the video, and they claimed that it was actually all staged and it was not a real tattoo. According to the child's mother, who spoke to one of the big newspapers in Russia, they claim it was actually just ink from a pen. The mother said, quote, "We didn't tattoo the child, we pretended to do it. I didn't think people would believe it because it was a 1-year-old, not an 18 or 20-year-old. The inscription was written with a black gel pen. We didn't use a tattoo machine and we removed the needles from the cartridge." She also claimed that the reason the child was crying in the video was because he was tired, not because he was in pain. However, many people did not believe this. I did look into this a bit more to see if I could find any evidence to show whether it was or was not a real tattoo. I found a video on TikTok as well as YouTube. From what I can see, I think the parents are being interviewed by the police and they're explaining what happened and explaining that it wasn't actually a real tattoo gun or a real tattoo. Although the video is in Russian and I don't speak Russian, I've used the auto translate feature so you can listen to it as well. And it was posted on YouTube on the official account of a Russian newspaper, so it does appear to be a real clip.
"We filmed a trend like this. Well, he was pranking the apartment. We had to make some trashy videos. We found a video online of a mother getting this, well, tattoo. And, well, we decided to do the same. But we're not completely stupid to give a child a real tattoo. So we decided to, well, how should I say, cheat the system a little. So they believed it.
Wrote it with a gel pen. Then, and we simply overlaid this tattoo machine sound from the internet, downloaded the sound and overlaid it. The tattoo machine wasn't working, the needles were removed. There
was no needle in the cartridge. The child's pen was fine. And all this you showed, well, were you in a tattoo parlor or where? At home?
At home? No, everything's fine too. Yeah.
The child was crying because he was sitting in one place and was tired all day. He
wanted to move, yeah.
Yeah. And so, well, a child cries anyway, especially a 1-year-old. Even if he doesn't like something just a little, he still cries.
After the huge amount of outrage that this video got, the streamer himself, Mellstroy, got involved and condemned what the parents did. In a statement to a newspaper, Mellstroy said, quote, "I would like to ask you not to use young children in the challenge, as it looks ridiculous to say the least, and is absolutely morally wrong." On top of that, the actual Russian authorities have apparently got involved, and the parents may face prosecution. Ekaterina Mizulina, who is the head of the Safe Internet League, which is an internet watchdog in Russia, has urged a criminal investigation to be opened into the case. She also criticized Mellstroy for promoting dangerous trends like this and said, quote, "The bottom has been reached." Presumably she means we've hit rock bottom. She also said, "The tattoo may not be real, but the baby is crying throughout the entire video. We will forward the material to the investigative committee." She also called Mellstroy a, quote, "hooligan." As of right now, I couldn't find any concrete evidence to say whether the parents have been actually prosecuted, but it does sound like it could be a possibility because this lady from the official internet watchdog has got involved. So we'll have to wait and see if any further developments ever come out about this case. But either way, one thing we do know for sure is that this case is certainly very disturbing, but more worrying than that is that these so-called trash streams are actually on the rise. And I found a few examples of even more extreme things happening during these trash streams. In August 2025, a French trash streamer named Raphael Gravin died during a live stream. He streams with a few other people, and he had previously been subjected to things such as acts of violence, sleep deprivation, and drinking toxic chemicals on camera to try and get views. He reportedly died during a marathon. The exact details aren't that clear, but according to multiple sources, it was actually due to a health condition, not to do with the stream itself. There was also a shocking case in 2021 where a Russian streamer physically assaulted his pregnant girlfriend while on camera, and she later died due to brain injuries, and the streamer was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Russia has also changed their laws to ban these so-called trash streams because they are very popular in Russia and the wider Eastern European area. But it looks like these trash streamers are still operational because Mellstroy did one, which is what the parents were doing when they tattooed their child. But let me know what you think. What do you think of this particular case? Do you think the parents should be prosecuted even if the tattoo wasn't real? Or should they still get prosecuted because they caused potential distress to their child? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to get early access to my videos as well as other benefits, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. It just costs a few dollars a month and it really helps support my channel, and I'll leave a link to that in the description. Please make sure you like and comment on this video to help tell the algorithm this is a great video, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel because it really does make a huge difference. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in a future video. Thank you, bye!